What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Saving Men's Lives Network. And today, fellas, man, we got a story for you. This is one example of millions of women thinking it's easier on the other side of the fence, playing for the same team. But I'm telling you right now, and they're finding out slowly, surely, and very painfully that wherever you go, there you are. So I can waste no more of your time. We're going to get right into it, fellas. Brace yourselves. Roll the clip.
Part one of who the fuck did I take to Mexico? Okay. So we wake up 3 a.m. before the plane ride. Already was scared because she is not good in the mornings. Okay. Was always very angry. So I try not to step on her toes, try to stay out of her way until we got to the airport. We got on the plane, everything was fine, and then we sat next to each other, ordered a beer, and I accidentally spilled some of my beer on her leg. So what'd she do? Got up and went and sat on the opposite side of the aisle from me for the rest of the plane ride. And what'd I do? Looked outside the window and cried until I fell asleep, until we got to Mexico.
All no niggas is hard at 7 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. You like, nigga, wait a minute, nigga. You angry at breakfast, nigga? You gangbanging on bacon, nigga? This is...
I completely paid for and planned because she said I didn't plan any dates. Enough dates. Or get her enough flowers. Right. Okay. Yeah. So we get off the plane, we get to the shuttle that I booked, and we get on the shuttle. We have beers waiting for us, water waiting for us, and we get into a car crash. Not even 20 minutes into the ride. If that wasn't a sign enough itself from the Mayan gods, I don't know what it was. I should have taken it. But obviously I'm not good at, reading signs, okay? The first 2 nights were fine until the third day came around and she was getting upset that she wasn't in control of the plan. So I told her we could do whatever she wanted to do because it was her birthday. And what she wanted to do was rent an ATV. So we went and got the ATV, we had it for the whole day, and then came nighttime. She looks at me and says, I want to go exploring. I said, okay. And so what did we do? We left our phones in the hotel room and started to drive the ATV in the dark in Mexico. We're going past the hotels, we're going past the shops, and I'm asking her where is she planning to go right now? What is her goal? And she says she wants to go to the arch. After the arch, it's pitch black. Like, there are jaguar crossing signs.
What? What the fuck?
Okay, that was part one. We're gonna stop. Part two, oh my God. At this point, I am begging her to turn it around and for us to do this in the daytime when we have our phones, because we left our phones to be more present in the moment. She's not answering me. She's just going and going faster. We're now past the arch and it's pitch black and it's the scariest thing I've ever experienced. And I'm begging her, screaming, please stop the ATV. Please stop the ATV. And she stops it as hard as she can, shoves me to the ground, looks me dead in my eyes, and then takes off and leaves me in the pitch fucking black.
So let me get this straight. You two women are out in a foreign country. Do y'all even speak Spanish? Never mind. You're out by yourselves on a rented ATV with no cell phones in the pitch black in a foreign country, and you're driving through the jungle where they have jaguar crossing signs posted. Guys, I don't know if you guys watch National Geographic as much as I do, but I love watching the big cats and the big dogs like wolves and coyotes. When it comes to the jaguar, guys, that is a remarkably skilled apex predator. Almost perfect infrared night vision, extraordinary hearing and sense of smell. And not only can they climb at a speed no human could ever match, but they can also swim. There's no escape, fellas. There's no escape. And for her, the girlfriend in this case, to get so upset that she literally slammed on brakes and threw her off the ATV and stood over her and just looked at her and hopped back on the ATV and dipped and left her there. Bro, wow. Basically left her for dead on a trip she paid for. Yeah, See, this is another example of a video I made a while back, and I'll link it down below if you guys haven't seen it. Women leave relationships long before they walk out the door, fellas. And it seems to be the exact same case in lesbian relationships as well.
I get up and I start running for my fucking life because I don't know what else. I didn't know what else to do in that situation. I'm literally telling myself, you're gonna make it, Liv, you're gonna make it. All I can hear are the sounds of my footsteps on the fucking ground because you can't hear anything else. It's pitch black jungle, okay? For like 5 minutes, I'm running for my life, and the thoughts that were running through my head, I can't even put into words, but I see her headlights coming back. I see the headlights coming back, and as soon as she gets to me, she flips it on its side, and what do? I fucking still run over to her, and I'm like, baby, are you okay? Trying to make sure that she's okay. She shoves me, tells me to get the fuck off of her, that it's my fault we're in this situation, that I held her back. So I'm like, all right, you just crashed off an ATV, let me flip this over. It wouldn't start. So then I see a car coming down the street, and I wave him down, and it was a car filled with 10 guys in the back of the truck, okay? And thank God that they were good people. I asked them to tow us to our hotel that's a few miles away. They tie up our ATV, and she's steering it as we're now going 35 miles per hour behind the back of a truck in the middle of a jungle. She is swerving it, yelling at me, we're broken up, I'm breaking up with you, this is your fault, you're holding me back. And I'm literally saying, okay, we're broken up, okay, let's just talk about this when we get back, please stop swerving. I black out. I fly like 7 feet off the freaking ATV, my entire left side of my body, completely torn up. And I wake up and I see her already standing, and she's making them leave us. Leave, we've got to figure it out, leave, thank you for your help. And now they're driving away as I'm picking myself up, and we're now stranded once again in the middle of a jungle with no phones. Now crashed off an ATV. So I push it to the side, and I'm like, all right, let's just fucking go. Let's start walking. That's part 2, part 3 coming. So now we're walking back after both being crashed off an ATV, and I pushed it, by the way, into the jungle. I was like, I will deal with this tomorrow. We're walking now, and she is skipping back and forth. Ooh, I'm single. Where's my short Latina baddie at? Where's my little Latina baddie?
Damn. And I know this is 2 women we're talking about, but there are some RP lessons to be learned here, guys. This chick was thrown off an ATV twice in one night. She's scuffed up, and in the middle of her being injured twice, her so-called girlfriend is quite literally skipping like a 4-year-old through the streets, talking about she's single and she wants a big booty Latina to take this girl's place while she's literally laying there wounded. Guys, you cannot truly wrap your arms around how cruel a woman can be. Once she's made the decision, the relationship is over. In fact, the lesson that can be learned here, if you're paying attention, is that the better you treat someone that mistreats you, brace yourself. Even worse is coming. Set your watch by it. It's coming. Never reward bad behavior, guys. Never, ever treat someone that's treating you like shit, like gold.
I'm like, what am I even experiencing right now? So then we get into a taxi that happened to be driving down the street. We get into it, and we get taken to the hotel, and the hotel security had to escort her up to the room because she couldn't physically hold herself up. But the next day we woke up and it was her birthday. So it's now her birthday, and I've woken up and I'm kissing on her, loving on her, and I'm like, baby, it's your birthday, like let's have a good day today, let's pretend that yesterday didn't happen. And she shoves me away from her. She's like, we're broken up.
This is what you look like to your so-called girlfriend, sweetheart. You're begging for her affection. And anyone who begs a woman for affection is going to be looked at as less than and treated accordingly.
I'm done with you. I don't want to spend my birthday with you. Fuck you. And rolls her head into the pillow. So I'm like, how can I make her day better? Still trying, and I called the ATV guy and I was like, yo, we just crashed. Can you have someone come pick me up to figure out what to do? And so we had someone come pick me up on a moped after just crashing on an ATV. So of course I didn't want to get on it, but I did. And we have to go find the ATV in the middle of the jungle. And we did. They assessed it. It was $800, so of course I just paid for it up front right away. And then I stopped at the pharmacy. I got her ibuprofen, Neosporin, bandages, anything I could think of. And I stopped at the front desk and I was like, hey, we just got in an accident. Do you have anything that could possibly help? And brought up a medical team to our room. And when they saw my wounds and then they saw hers, they were like, oh yeah, she needs help first. And I could just see her in the corner of my eye getting pissed off at the fact that I was getting help first. I was like, I can't do anything right, dude. After the medical team leaves, I literally put Neosporin on her, put bandages on her, and I'm reapplying it every hour. And not once did she ask if I was okay. And I literally at one point was like, do you not understand that I also fell off an ATV too?
The only thing showing mercy and compassion to someone who's told you they don't want you no more is going to do is build contempt for you in their eyesight.
That I'm doing everything I can today to make your day better, and you're just pushing me away. And all I got was an eye roll and then a turn into the pillow. So I spent that day for hours circling the hotel room, losing my mind, just thinking of what I could do to wake her up or make her feel better. And she knew. I made reservations for 8:30. And she wakes up at 8 o'clock, of course, shoots up right out of bed. She goes, you know what, I'm going to spend my birthday alone. Fuck you. It's the end of that. Okay, I had to get myself some water. So it's 8 o'clock. I'm already ready to go. I'm in a pretty dress. I'm ready to go to dinner. She leaves me in the hotel room. So I'm like, okay. I literally, of course, start crying again. And I get into the bed. I'm ready to go to sleep at this point. I'm like, I'm just going to sleep this day away. 2 hours goes by. And then I get I get a text from her saying that she's getting a tattoo down the street and that I should pull up. At this point, I just wanted to see my girlfriend. So what did I do? I got in a taxi and I told her I was on the way. And she told me, baby, I'm so sorry for the way I reacted today. You've planned such an amazing birthday for me. I just want my birthday to be manic, quote unquote. So I said, let's just talk about this when we get back to the States. Let's have a great rest of your birthday. I love you.
Now here's a copy of the text messages she was talking about, but I want to come at this a different angle. I am a very, very cautious person. Now it could be because my dad's a very cynical person, and I guess he passed some of that along to me. It could be the fact that my military training has caused me to be very, very aware of my surroundings. But when someone has treated me very badly, and now all of a sudden they're being nice to me, red flags fly up in my head. My antenna are straight up in the air, and the hair on the back of my arms stand up straight too. I am nervous when someone who's treated me badly all of a sudden starts treating me nicely and inviting me places. Because in my head, that's got setup written all over it.
And I show up to the tattoo shop, and what do I see? The first thing when I walk in, 5 girls taking shots with her. All right, okay. What am I walking into? There's 3 girls that I love, still talk to this day. 2 girls, you guys can eat this. Eat it. They are flirting with her right in front of me, literally calling her sexy, mommy, hot, and I'm with the 3 other girls who were gravitated towards me and were only talking to me, and I'm just pushing back shots because I'm like, I don't even want to be sober right now. So she comes up to me and she's like, oh, they just asked to have a threesome. I said, you're fucking joking, right? Are you actually joking? And she's like, well, I got their number and we're going to go over to their villa when you're done with your tattoo. So I was like, okay. Why did you invite me again? So those girls leave, right? And now it's just me and her as I'm getting the rest of my tattoo done. And she immediately goes cold to me, stops talking to me. And then my tattoo is done and the girls come to pick us up to take us to their villa. This one girl, and I'm gonna name her Francesca, she got out of the front and she literally was like, I'll sit on your lap. To my
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
freaking girlfriend. I look at her and I'm like, no, you're not, bro. What are you doing? So then automatically the tension in the car was so awkward. My girlfriend didn't even want me sitting on her. I could literally feel the energy. So I felt like I was just going along for the ride to make sure that she wasn't cheating on me. Like, that's literally what I felt like I was there for. And then we get to the villa and I turn to my girl, who I'm still friends with to this day, and I asked her if she could take me to the bathroom because I needed a second away from what was going on. So my girl, she comes into the room with me, the bathroom with me, and she's the one to say to me, girl, what is your girlfriend on? Like, she is being way too friendly. So what do? I immediately start crying because I, of course, felt validated and I thought I was going crazy, but no, other people could see it too. And she's like, girl, I got your back. None of my friends are touching her. She is a freaking weirdo. Because the three girls that were talking to me, that gravitated towards me, they apparently were a separate friend group from the two girls that they were with. They all met that same night. So she was like, look, if you need a place to stay, we're going back to our villa soon. You can come with us. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. We go downstairs and you will not believe what I see, what I saw. I don't even know if I can say it. My girlfriend was in the pool of the villa without a top on and holding Francesca in her arms pressed against her, pouring a shot of Don Julio in her mouth. Say, come here, sexy, come here, mommy. Bro, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Man, this just keeps getting worse and worse, man. I feel sorry for our sister here. I feel sorry for her because she doesn't seem like a bad person. I mean, she's on the other side of the fence, playing in that other sandbox. I ain't over there. But it breaks my heart a little bit to see this happen to her because she seems like a good-hearted person. She seems like the kind of person who cares about other people. And she's being treated like garbage. How many guys are treated like this who care for their woman? And she just makes the decision one day, I don't love you no more. Talks to him crazy. Does him dirty. Right in front of his face in some cases. Just like what's happening to her. Guys, even though this is a lesbian relationship that we've been talking about today, there are some valuable lessons in this for you. Number one, never give a woman more than one opportunity to tell you that she don't want you. If a woman tells you she don't want you, it's been months since she did. Let her go and never look back. Number two, never give a woman an opportunity to blatantly disrespect you to your face, man. That is an absolute deal breaker. Unforgivable and irreparable. Number three, when you find yourself in a position where you have to run interference to keep your girl from cheating on you, she stopped being your girl a long, long time ago. And again, I'm going to link my earlier video I made. I think it was last year when I made it. Women leave a relationship long before they walk out that door. Pin it down below so you can check it out. That's all I got for today, fellas. That's my time. Like the video? Comment down below. Share this video with a friend and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Networkers, we working. Until next time.